Hello and welcome. Today we're going to uncover some of the less common advanced conditional structures in English. These are particularly useful for those looking to master C1 level English. Let's begin with a quick overview. Conditional sentences are typically composed of an if clause followed by a main clause, or the other way around. These can range from real, which include the zero and the false conditionals, to hypothetical or unreal situations. These are the second, the third, and the mixed conditionals. First up, how to show strong disapproval using conditionals. Take a look at the following sentence. Is the use of will in the if clause correct? Yes, it is. Using will in the if clause emphasizes a predictable outcome due to someone's action. So, being used for emphasis, will means insist on doing. In our case, if you will go to bed late, it's not surprising you're feeling sleepy. Will means if you insist on going to bed late. Next, we discuss how to make polite requests. And again, the use of will in the if clause. Is this correct? If you will wait here, I'll fetch the manager. Of course. Will is used to make the request more formal and courteous. If you would wait here, I'll fetch the manager, so the use of would is correct as well. It shows politeness and emphasis. Moving on, talking about imaginary future situations. These structures often use where to or where not to discuss scenarios that are purely speculative. Take a look. If we were not to worry about our income, our lives would be far easier. So, this is perfectly correct. What about this one? If we were to understand each other better, we could solve problems more peacefully. Is this one correct? No, it isn't. Since we can't use where to with state verbs like belong, know, doubt, understand, and others. So the correct if clause is if we understood each other better. For unreal hypothetical events, we typically use the modal would, don't we? What about the modal could to talk about a hypothetical present situation? For instance, if I had the choice, I could spend all day reading books in a cozy library. Is this correct? Yes, of course. What about the use of might to talk about an unreal past situation? Like, if you hadn't reminded me, I might have forgotten about the meeting altogether. Is this one correct? Yes, it is. So, besides would, we can use could and might to talk about hypothetical situations. Discussing now desired outcomes. Here is some context. See if this is correct. If it would ease our worries, we could adopt the proposed security measures. Yes, of course. The use of would in the if clause is indeed correct, since it expresses conditional recommendations and solutions. Then, expressing wishes for things or people to be different. And again, would. For instance, I wish people would understand each other better. The structure I wish someone or something would do something is used to wish for changes in behavior or situations. Following this rule, is this one correct? I wish I would play the guitar like a rock star. Is this correct? It's not. We can't say I wish I would, as the subject is the same in both clauses. So the correct form is I wish I could play or I wish I played the guitar. Unlikely situations in a more formal context in the limelight now. Take a look. Were they to attend the meeting, their expertise would contribute to the discussion. In more formal contexts, we often use where to for unlikely but possible scenarios, enhancing the formal tone of the statement. So go ahead and confidently use it. Now, do you want to refer to possible future situations in a more formal context? Take a look. Can we use should, meaning if? For instance, should you need further assistance, please do not hesitate to contact me. Of course, should is used to discuss potential future needs or actions in formal or polite contexts. Do you need to make future events more unlikely? Again, the use of should. Take a look. Is its usage correct in the following sentence? If you should happen to encounter any difficulties during your journey, please don't hesitate to contact us. Of course, should implies that you are not expected to have any difficulties. So, it can express that an event, while possible, is not necessarily expected to occur, making it seem more unlikely. Similarly, we can use the following structures. If you happen to encounter, or if you should encounter any difficulties during your journey. For speculation about the past, the third conditional is in charge, right? What about this? Had they been delayed in traffic, they wouldn't have arrived on time for the appointment. This one is correct. Using the inverse had without if suggests a more formal tone while discussing hypothetical pasts that didn't happen. And this one, hadn't I known about the surprise party, I would have ruined the surprise. It's incorrect, since in negative clauses with involtion, we do not use contracted forms. So the correct structure is had I not known instead of hadn't I known, which is incorrect. Finally, expressing gratitude or acknowledging the impact of an action. Is this correct? But for your help, we wouldn't have been able to finish the project on time. Of course it is. But 4 introduces the condition essential for the outcome. Thank you for joining me to explore these advanced conditional structures. Understanding them can significantly boost your fluency and comprehension of English at an advanced level. Should you look for practice? Check the link below. Happy learning! Bye!